How's it going, guys? We are back in another video here, and this video is going to be telling you guys the best sets to use your Season 6 collectibles on, alright? So they're very similar, of course, to the previous, just sets in general. They've probably been pretty much the same, I think, since Season 2, unless I'm wrong, where they kind of had this similar system done now. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video, alright? Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new here. Also subscribe to my second channel, the Henreek channel, where Thrash and I post our podcast weekly. This week we were not able to do it due to the fact that he was away on he was going to concerts, Thrash. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to do a lot more in real life pack openings. Trust me, there's a lot of fun stuff to see on that channel, and I'm going to do a setup tour video pretty soon there as well. So let's hop into the video right now. So basically, guys, you load into HUT, and of course you do get a ton of collectibles here, right? So first off, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing with my collectibles, right? Like, what is my mindset on what you should be doing with your collectibles, right? I mean, what am I doing, right? That might be something you guys care about. Maybe not, like, Henreek's opinion, we don't care, and maybe that's fair. But so we have a ton of collectibles. It's very similar to the last path. I believe it's identical in terms of the amount of actual collectibles you do earn from it. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go to the sets here, of course. Go to the little XP Season 6 sets here, and here we go. So starting off first with the Season 6 token. Now, 5 collectibles for it. My statement on these, it's the same as every other video. Basically, guys, if you really have a bad team, probably smart to make as many of those XP players and upgrade them as much as you possibly can. To me, that is probably the one that you should be more leaning towards and going for if you're in that situation, right? If you're not, well, then again, different conversation. Now, for one collectible, you can make a base pack. I definitely do not recommend this. I just feel like you're kind of pissing away one collectible just for the sake of it. Oh, I have one collectible, let me just toss it in here. I just don't think it's really worth it unless it's like you have your last collectible of the XP path and you're like, well, I guess I'll throw it in the base pack. Well, then you have no choice. But otherwise, I definitely would not do that. Then you have the grand pack for 3 collectibles. Not really anything special. It's just not in reality. So also probably would ignore that. For 3 collectibles, not terrible though, I will say. Then you have the prime pack, which is 4 collectibles. We do actually know what the prime pack is. I believe it's the same as the last one here as well. So you can just double check that. Yeah, it's 4 items, the guarantee of 282 pluses. So again, nothing really, nothing too spectacular with that. Yes, for 4 collectibles, it's not terrible, but just kind of like a mid-pack if we're being honest. Then you have the premium pack, which is 6 collectibles here. And the 6 collectibles premium pack, it's not, a huge bit better, right? I mean, it really isn't. You can obviously see what that is, because I believe they do give that out in the current XP path here. As well, it's the premium pack. Let me just double check here. Believe they do give that out here. And like I said, it's not anything too spectacular here. So here it is. Yeah, 5 items with a guarantee of 382 plus. So very similar to the prime pack here as well. Believe they do give an elite pack out here as well. So we can kind of look at that now before we have to go back and forth again here. But looking at the elite pack, let's see. Oh, that's a premium pack again. And I think maybe it's just towards the end, honestly. It might be towards the end here of the path here. The superior pack as well they have. So this one's 8 items with a guarantee of 384 pluses and 382 pluses. That one's not terrible because you do get a decent amount of stuff here. And I think you maybe do get the elite pack here at the very end here. Unless I'm wrong. I guess I'm wrong. I guess I am wrong. So the elite pack is here, yep. 69 with a guarantee of 884 pluses and 582 pluses. So, again, it just depends on, how you want to use your collectibles. I would say the only reason you're ever doing those is maybe it's at the very end of the XP path. If you're kind of like, you don't really know what to do with your collectibles at that point. But, so, again, for 6, you can get that. 12, 30 for the elite pack. See, that's the thing, though. 30 feels like a lot. I just don't think it's worth trading in 30 collectibles and kind of putting all 30 into one singular pack. I just don't like the idea of that, personally. Then you have the legendary pack, which, again, is just not for 60 collectibles, it just does not feel right. I just don't recommend it at all. I really don't. I just feel like there's just way better ways to use your collectibles than this. So definitely do not recommend doing the legendary pack here as well. So definitely avoid that. And then we have the 578 plus chance pack here. For 3 collectibles, not terrible. You know, I don't have a huge problem with that. I mean, it's a very small amount of collectibles, and you're getting a couple decent players, but they're not like broken or anything like that, like the, you know, event collectible packs when everyone was just getting 90 pluses from those packs. It's not like that, so don't expect that. You have the random 84 plus pack for 2 collectibles. It's not terrible, but just 1 player. You know what I mean? You get a ton of those throughout the actual XP pack, so I don't really feel like it's a very exclusive pack here. You get tons of like 86 pluses. So again, I don't really think, yeah, I mean, I just don't think it's, I don't think it's really worth it, guys, for the most part, to do this one either. You have the 86 plus, and this one's for 5 collectibles. That one's not terrible. I mean, I don't have a serious issue with that one. That one, I can definitely feel like it's reasonable for sure. So, for 5 collectibles, fine. Then the 88 plus for 10. Honestly, that's not terrible either. I don't hate that. I mean, for 10 collectibles, why not? Go for the 88 plus chance player pack. I think it's pretty fun probably to open that. I'm going to definitely make some of those as well. So I'd say this one's definitely a pretty solid one to go for because there is obviously a higher ceiling, right? Because you have an 88 guaranteed, potentially a 90. You know, even a 90 is not terrible. Obviously, you're looking for like 91 right now for the current event. Probably the new event's going to come out, though. Then you're going to be required to trade in 92. So that's the only sort of, you know, kind of tricky part. Then you have the 83 plus choice pack for 2 collectibles. No, I don't think it's worth it. You only get to keep 1 player of this, so I don't think it's really worth it. 85 plus for 5 collectibles, I also just don't think it's very, very worth it, if I'm being honest. For 5 collectibles, I mean, it's okay. Then you have the 87 plus choice pack. Now, this one I think is actually pretty worth it, though, because, you know, you're getting 4 87 pluses, and, you know, logically, you're probably going to get at least an 89, right? Minimum, you would think. Again, not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee when it comes to packs or sets or anything like that. But I would lean towards this one being probably one of the more valuable ones. And then you have, after that, the random 86 or 91. Now, this one I'm going to say right now, guys, as soon as the new event comes out and you're required to trade in 92s, this set almost becomes meaningless because 91s will have very little value. They'll have just as much value as pretty much an 86 or 87 or 88 because that's how the sets kind of move up and how they go along when it comes to the current sets always. So keep that in mind, guys, but that's something that I really don't think is very smart to do once the new event comes out, which is literally today. Then you have the bound sets, which, guys, I absolutely, and really do not recommend. Do not recommend that at all, guys. I mean, it's just bound. Bound cards, I'm not a huge fan of at all, guys. I really am not. So that's something that I really think you guys are going to seriously avoid doing. I know it's 1 collectible, but it's a bound card, and you get an 89, and they don't make your team. Well, you can't do anything with it. You can't trade it in sets. You can't sell it. You can't do anything with it. So definitely avoid that at all costs. But generally, the best ones that I think, you know, are probably the ones you really want to make are the 87 our 88 plus chance pack and the 87 choice pack. And then after that, I would more so lean towards probably just doing the tokens if you're trying to, you know, upgrade your players and get, you know, better rated cards on your squad. And then also, I think it's not a terrible idea to potentially do the superior pack. It's only 12 collectibles. I mean, it's not a crazy amount of collectibles you're trading in here as well. So I think that's pretty reasonable, at least I think. So if you have any questions, guys, about the sets and, you know, what you want to make and all that, if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I have another video coming out today at 5 when the new event does get released. So be on the lookout for that as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek3s, and I'll see you guys in the next video.